What's up, party people? My name's Chris, and I'm a bookaholic. Today, I'm just gonna show you some book love. I'll make it fast, you know. Get some pretty cool stuff here. And some of it I can't remember where I got. Some of it were, you know, recent acquisitions at like a thrift store. And so this is just a little bit of a book haul. It's a baby book haul. I mean, I came back home the other day with literally a box filled with books. So, you know, this one's kind of small in comparison. So let's see what we got going on. First of all, I picked this up the other day, and I have no idea. Ernest Kallenbach, Ecotopia. Picked it up for $1. I don't know anything about this, and but I know it's got to be some sort of sci-fi love here. Ecotopia was founded near Northern California, Oregon, and Washington, seceded from the Union to create a stable state ecosystem, the perfect balance between human beings and the environment. Now, 20 years later, the isolated, mysterious Ecotopia welcomes its first officially sanctioned American visitor, New York Times Post reporter Will Weston. Are they still doing newspapers? So, like a modern Gulliver, the skeptical Weston is by turns impressed, horrified, and overwhelmed by Ecotopia's strange practices. Employee ownership of farms and businesses, the 20-hour work week, the fanatical elimination of pollution, many cities that defeat overcrowding, devotion to trees bordering on worship, a woman-dominated government. Oh no. And bloody ritual war games, bombarded by innovative, unsettling ideas, set afire by a relationship with a sexually forthright Ecotopian woman. Weston's conflict of values intensifies and leads to a startling climax. Doesn't really seem that interesting to me, but maybe. I don't know where I picked this one up. I'm thinking I got some books recently from Nico over there, and maybe this was one of them. J.P. Harker. Ding dong. Rioan of the Caterin is conflicted about giving up a warrior's life to become a wife and mother. But her love for her new husband is enough to at least make her consider it. However, with the conquering Gaians moving ever closer to her homeland, a peaceful life may no longer be an option for Rhea or for many of her people, or any of her people. With rival tribes, old suitors, and the dangerous General Lepidus to contend with, Rhea soon finds her new family in unprecedented danger, and her choices now must be more about more than just herself. I'm really not getting a lot from that, but this is book one of the Kaladin saga. I sure hope they just explain her face tattoos. Okay, so Curiosity Quills Press presents Under a Brass Moon, a sci-fi steampunk anthology. This is interesting because it came with a really kind of cool bookmark. This must have been some sort of a, I don't know where I picked this up. But table of contents, a lot of different short stories by a variety of authors such as James Wymore, Jordan Elizabeth, Ashley Pascoe, DJ Butler, Christine Baker. I'm really not familiar with hardly any of these people. A moon of gears and wires shines down upon a world of clockwork creations and humming airships. What adventures await the heroes in top hats and heroines in corsets? 18 authors wait at the kingdom's entrance. They smile and beckon you inside their stories. Do you accept the offered lantern and follow? If so, then open this book and begin. But it does seem like it has, so Jordan Elizabeth's signature is in here, and Jordan is one of the authors. So anyway, that's kind of cool. I don't know much about that, but maybe I'd check it out. I'm really not that aware of all the stuff coming out with steampunk, and I have some friends that are really interested in that, but I'm not as well versed in it as others. Here's another one: Patrick Freiwald, Jade Gods, a Matt Rowley novel. That guy looks bad to the bone. Anyway, I don't know. Again, I picked these up at a thrift store, and this is signed by Patrick Freiwald, which is kind of cool. Saw a lot of indie love here. Cohesion Press. So as the world frays into occultism and terror, Matt Rowley stands at a crossroads to rescue his comrades. He must betray the oaths he swore to his country, a country that with every passing day becomes more dangerous to those around him as Nephilim reveal themselves as modern-day gods demanding sacrifice and worship. Matt's unique abilities draw him away from his wife and son, whose own powers have made them targets of zealots and government extremists. So when a killer crosses the veil to seek refuge on Rowley for killing him, gibbering horrors cross into reality with him, rending life and sanity to slake their insatiable thirst. The line between reality and madness slips, catching Matt and his family between. Jade Sky is an ass-kicking action fantasy that takes no prisoners. Lightning fast, brutal, and way too much fun. Highly recommended. Jonathan Mayberry, best-selling author of Code Zero and Fall of the Night. That's what he says. Iron Edge, an Inquisitor Damulus novel by C.T. Avis. There's a ninja star. The former mining town of Iron Edge is experiencing a rebirth, but the murder of one of its founders hangs over it, as does the threat of nearby goblin encampment. So when the beautiful, grieving widow can't get help from the king's garrison, she turns to the most unusual private inquisitor around, Damulus. A Westerner brought up in the traditions of Eastern martial arts and mysticism, Damulus is an outsider, but it just may be an outsider who's needed to blow the lid off the troubling secrets in this frontier town. Well. This came out in 2015. I love that this was dedicated to somebody, but they crossed it out before they donated this. So, signed book. Not a lot of love there, I think. Somebody got rid of it. I'm going to donate this, but I don't want anybody to know I got it. Same thing here. To blank, enjoy. Aaron Kelly. Tainted Moonlight. Sorry. I don't know. Tainted Moonlight. This came with a cool bookmark. And then I don't know what this is. Like a little sticker. That's precious. Not Your Average Story of a supernatural talented Moonlight. It's set in an alternative universe where a virus has unleashed hell on Earth. The creatures of the night have become real, and even Syracuse is not safe. Oh no, I live right by Syracuse. Oh no. Taking place 5 years after the initial outbreak, Corbin Diego is trying to lead a normal life after being bitten and infected by a werewolf, but he soon learns that you cannot run a wolf that lives within you. Packed with action, adventure, romance, horror, humor, there's something for everyone. New hit series. You know what? Honestly, though, because it's in Syracuse, I might be interested in checking this out. But this came out it was October 1st, 2017 that they signed this. This came out, though, in 2016. Talk about interesting. A crazy virus, a werewolf, and then, just a few years later, we ourselves experience a pandemic. Is it her fault? Probably not. But, all right. So anyway, I remember watching this series. We're going to make a hard switch here. I love me some, I always have I always have a little bit of trouble explaining. I like stories that are in the world of the family, the mafia. And so, one of my favorite books was The Godfather. But this book right here, this was kind of Michael Imperioli and Steve Steve Schirripa. Is it Schirripa or Schirripa? They wrote a book about that soprano experience. Woke up this morning, Michael Imperioli and Steve Schirripa, a definitive oral history of the Sopranos. It's a nice first edition, but nothing insanely special about it. There's some photos in here from the from the cast. That's precious. I found this. I picked it up. I mean, probably like $1 or something like that. And I think this is real new still. 2021, a couple years. And I just literally realized that I've been recording my videos today without the microphone in it. So that's awesome. Oh my gosh. The Ables by Jeremy Scott. Philip Salinger has just been informed about his genetically inherited telekinetic abilities and has no idea how the binding will affect him. Tomorrow he starts his first day at high school exclusively for empowered kids, but he'll face that adversity right out of the gate as he finds himself segregated and ignored with their other disabled students in a superhero version of a special education class. Clovecroft Publishing, The Ables. So, all right, I'm going to try to see if any of this recorded well, and you can hear it. Good grief. But anyway, check out all the good stuff and let me know what you're reading. I love this stuff, and I hope you do too.